Michael David VanZandt was born on January the 17th, 1980. He was born and raised in Pleasant Lake, Michigan. His parents divorced when he was 2, and he, alongside his 2 brothers and stepbrother, were raised by his mum, Robin. Michael enlisted in the Air Force in 1999 and served 12 years. He met his wife in 2000 while they were both stationed in Japan. They married in 2001, had 3 kids, and the couple mutually separated in 2014. Despite the separation, Michael was an extremely dedicated father, and his children meant the world to him. Around the time of his disappearance, he was co-parenting his children with his ex-wife and was also planning to move into a new home. Michael worked at the Edwards Air Force Base. Michael enjoyed swimming and scuba diving and had been known to swim at night, particularly after drinking. On Saturday, March the 5th, 2016, Michael watched his son, Jaden, play basketball and had lunch with his kids. He dropped them off at his ex-wife's house around 3 p.m. He had plans to go to Hermosa Beach that night with his friend Jamie from work and a few of their friends to watch some UFC fights and go bar hopping. On March the 5th, 2016, Michael drove from his Lancaster home to Hermosa Beach. Michael spoke to his brothers Tyler and Charles and an ex-girlfriend named Monique while he was driving. When he arrived in Hermosa Beach, he parked his car in the parking lot of the Quality Inn and went to meet his friends at a bar called the Underground. After 10 p.m. on that night, the group of friends, along with Michael, moved to the beach's Pier Plaza, which held a multitude of bars and restaurants. Here, while the group was waiting in line to get into a bar called the American Junkie, Michael excused himself and told his friends that he would be going to the liquor store next door to use the washroom. Multiple surveillance cameras inside and outside of the liquor store recorded him going in and out. This was the last time anyone ever saw or heard from the father of 3. A little while after Michael went to use the bathroom, Jamie and her friends decided to leave the American Junkie to go to a different bar. Jamie tried calling and texting Michael, but it went to voicemail. We will later learn that many people tried getting a hold of Michael, but his phone had died. Around 2 a.m, the group of friends left Pier Plaza and went back to the Quality Inn. Mike's car was still in the parking lot, but he was nowhere to be found. On the morning of March the 6th, 2016, upon not seeing Michael return to the hotel, his friends called the jails and hospitals, expecting him to be drunk. His vehicle was still parked in the same spot at the Quality Inn, and his belongings were found untouched. Michael's friend Jamie drove back to Lancaster. She said she spent the entire day calling jails and hospitals to see if Michael had maybe got too drunk or injured somehow. However, no one had seen or picked up Michael. Jamie also went to Michael's apartment that night, but he wasn't there and neither was his car. His friends sensed danger. Furthermore, the dedicated father even missed his son's dentist appointment, which was very unlike him. Worried, Michael's ex-wife and friends discovered that Michael hadn't turned up for work since the night he went missing. His house too lay untouched and nothing pointed towards him leaving in a hurry. Monique drove to Hermosa Beach and hoped to get some answers for herself. She first went to the Quality Inn and discovered his car was still there. It was locked, but she saw his key card for work inside. She then went to the Hermosa Police Department and they told her that she couldn't file a missing persons report until he was missing for X amount of time, since he was an adult. Michael's loved ones spread his disappearance on social media and it went viral. This also meant that his ex-wife had to tell her kids that their dad was missing. On March the 8th, Michael's brothers, Charles and Tyler, Michael's ex-wife and Monique went to Hermosa Beach Police Department again. They were told the police would contact all government agencies in the area and check the areas that Michael was last seen in. Missing persons flyers were put up, and everyone spoke to local businesses to see if anyone had seen anything. Unfortunately, it didn't lead to any tips. When the police got involved in the missing persons case, they tried to check Michael's cell phone records and confirmed that the phone was dead throughout the evening. Authorities also decided to check CCTV footage of the area to retrace Michael's last steps. Upon reviewing the security video, the police discovered that Michael had gone off on his washroom break and then roamed around the pier for quite some time, looking for his friends. With his phone being dead, there was no way for him to contact his friends and ask them about their location. The footage also showed him going back to the liquor store, where he bought an object the police couldn't identify. Ultimately, Mike was last seen on the footage at 11:27 p.m, where the police saw him walking through the Mermaid parking lot in the northeast direction. Determined to find out Michael's whereabouts, the police used every search technique in their arsenal. Michael's phone, as well as his credit and debit cards, were never used since his disappearance. Sniffer dogs used in the search lost Michael's scent near the liquor store. The police and Michael's family decided to move the search to the other end of Pier Plaza onto the beach. His loved ones feared that he ended up in the water after a night of drinking, which he had done in the past. Tyler and his ex-wife both recalled nights that Michael had done just that. Charles searched the beach with a metal detector. A helicopter was hired to search the area. It didn't lead to any sign of a body or any of Michael's belongings. Monique used her scanner app on her phone to monitor police radio frequencies. She heard a report of a man that was picked up for being drunk and disorderly in Manhattan Beach. The man they were describing matched Michael's description. However, Monique said the more they listened, the description of the man no longer matched Michael. 11 days after Michael disappeared, Tyler received an alert on his phone about a possible body being found in a marina. However, it ended up being some kind of wildlife. At the end of March 2016, the Hermosa Beach Police Department told Michael's ex-wife and Tyler that the case was still an open investigation, but that all proactive measures had been taken.